Mitta Anisansa, Mitta Anisansa. Mitta Anussati, Anussati reflection. Follow me. Attupamaya sabbesang sattanang sukha kamatang passittva kamato mittang sabba sattesu bhavaye attupamaya sabbesang sattanang sukha kamatang passittva kamato mittang sabba sattesu bhavaye. Having compared oneself with others, one should practice loving kindness towards all beings by realizing that everyone desires happiness. First we have to think our feeling, how we feel when others hurt us, disturb us, humiliate us. So by considering in this way, we can stop our disturbances and harming others, because we also get the same feeling. Just like destroying life. Attanang upamang kattva, the advice given by the Buddha. If you cannot understand why killing is bad, then you can understand this. When another person come and try to kill you, how you feel. This is more than enough for you to understand why it is bad. Not necessary to learn any philosophy or doctrine or any divine message to understand why it is bad. So, when you try to kill another living being, and that living being also experience the same sufferings and fear and tension and disturbances, that is why the Buddha always advises us to compare yourself, how you feel. Then you can discipline yourself by realizing that here these radiations of metta or goodwill or loving kindness or compassionate love, we can radiate by considering ourselves, how we feel when others show their kindness and compassion and sympathy and harmony and understanding. Then we can extend towards others for the benefit of others. After that we develop our relationship, our understanding, our unity, our friendship, our goodwill. That is how we maintain peace and harmony in this world. So today we are scattered, separated, and we have no real unity and cooperation and understanding. Even between husband and wife also, very seldom we can see that mutual understanding. Too much of selfishness, cunningness, craving and cruelty, discriminations, These are the things prevail in a human mind. Very seldom we can see these radiations of kindness and understanding and sympathy towards others. So this is the beginning. By considering ourselves, we try to extend our kindness and sympathy towards others so that they feel very happy, they gain some sort of confidence, and they can reduce their fear and suspicion when we show our sympathy and kindness and understanding towards them. Next one, number 2. Sukhi bhaveyang niddukho ahang niccang ahang viya hitaca me sukhi hontu Majjhatta taca verino Sukhi bhaveyang niddukho ahang niccang ahang viya hitaca me sukhi hontu Majjhatta taca verino. May I be free from sorrow and always be happy. May those who desire my welfare, those who are indifferent towards me, and those who hate me also be happy. Very difficult, isn't it? Not so easy. We had to cultivate up to that extent. Otherwise, discrimination, enmity, and mental impurities always remains and disturb our mind. We had to get rid of that also, for our own benefit. May I be free from sorrow and always be happy. That is the beginning. First we have to radiate our kindness and sympathy towards us, because we hate ourselves. Whenever there are pains and troubles and problems and difficulties, we hate. Hatred is the same, whether we extend this hatred toward another person or towards me. Mental pollution. That mental pollution reflects and affects certain tender areas in our body, our brains, our glands, our heart, our blood. Because when we create hatred, we pollute the purity of the mind. That pollution disturbs. So whether we develop this hatred towards another person or towards me makes no difference. It is intrinsic or natural. We have 3 characters as human beings. The Buddha explained in one way, and modern psychology explains in another way. But both are in the same line. be happy. To be happy, they had to reduce their anger. Otherwise, anger is boiling, there is no happiness. That is the idea here. Number 3. Imam hi gamakhetam hi satta hontu sukhi sada tato parancha rajyesu Chakvalesu jantuno Imam hi gamakhetam hi satta hontu sukhi sada tato parancha rajyesu chakvalesu jantuno. May all beings who live in this vicinity and those who live in other kingdoms in this world system be happy. The way how we had to radiate our loving kindness without discriminating anybody, without any boundary, without any limit, those who are here within this area or those who are in this kingdom or this country and those who are far away and those who are living even in other planets, not only in this world, not only on this earth or in the water, living beings exist. All of the universe in different forms. They are living beings. They have feeling. They have sufferings. They have nice, pleasant feeling, just like human beings. Some have to experience more suffering, that is hell. Some experience more happiness and pleasant feeling, that is heaven. This is the Buddhist concept of heaven and hell. They are not located in any particular area to point out this is hell and this is heaven. So heavens and hells we can find all over the universe. Where there are sufferings, hell is there. Where there are pleasant, peaceful, happy, prosperous life, heaven is there. It depends how we define. This is only our imagination, that when we talk about heaven and hell, we say heaven is above, hell is below. This is our imagination. But above and below, everywhere we can see, we can find heavens and hells, both. The Buddha's interpretation. So, when we radiate our metta, the immediate results that we can experience within this lifetime, here in this page 170, 11 results. Metta anisansa. Anisansa means good result. Tonight you can experience this. This is not a theory. This is not something for you to believe, but something for you to practice. There is nothing for you to investigate, but through your own practice you can immediately experience the good result. So what are those 11 kind of good result? In Mettanisansa Sutra, the Buddha says, Sukhang supati, sukhang patibujyati, na papakang supinang passati, manussanang piyohoti, amanussanang piyohoti, devata rakkanti, nasa aggiva visangva sattangva khamati, tuvatang chittang samadhyati, mukhavanno vipasidati, asammulo kalang karoti, uttaring appati vijjanto brahmalokupago hoti. These are the immediate result that you can experience if you really practice this. Here it is written in brief, the meaning. Sleep peacefully. So when you go to bed, without creating all sort of imagination, which create fear and tensions and worries and disturbances and anxieties and anger. Forget about all these things. Then concentrate. Be mindful. Don't allow your mind to move or run here and there to catch various other objects. Fix your mind to this particular object. What is that? Go on repeating, either reciting or in your mind. May all living beings be well and happy. Sabbe satta sukhi hontu. Either Pali or any other language that you can understand. Sabbe satta sukhi hontu. May all living beings be well and happy. Then go on repeating. Then you forget all your personal problems and worries and imaginations and fear. All disappear from the mind at that moment. Then the mind gets the chance to relax, to be calm. Then you can sleep very well. Because the whole system, brain cells, nervous system, and the whole body get the chance to relax. Then you can sleep well. Tonight you can go home and practice. Sukhang supati. Sukhang patimujyati. Awake peacefully. When you get up at midnight or in the early morning, straight away you must go to the mirror and see your face. Look very funny. No serenity, no cheerfulness, very sour face. And you feel very tired. But others, say birds, when they get up early morning, see how happy they are. They are singing and jumping and dancing early morning. They get up very early, sometimes 4, 5 o'clock. Why do they want to get up so early to go to office? Go to railway station. They have proper daily routine. They have proper time to go to bed. They have proper time to get up early morning. But in our case, we have changed our daily routine. Whole night we spend by attending to various other things. But daytime we go and sleep. We completely change our way of life. We are overtaxing our senses. That is why we feel very tired. But these other living beings, they never change their way of life. They do everything according to their way of life, by following the natural way of life. So, after radiating this loving kindness, when the mind and the nervous systems and many other organs or glands of the body had the chance to relax, some religious activities, we gain some merits. But our aim is to have long life, prosperity, good health, to have better rebirth, to go to heaven, to enjoy our life, peaceful life. These are the things that we need. Yes, we gain what we want. But after experiencing that good result, there's no more. Finished. Means to an end. This is the nature of worldly merits. Therefore, again and again we had to accrue merit. Assume we are spending or we are leading a wonderful, peaceful, prosperous life due to good result of our good karma. But if you keep quiet while experiencing all the good merit, then what will happen to you in the next life? Nothing. This is the danger of worldly merits. Because you cannot continue. Again and again you had to accrue the merit. The very day when you stop, then you get into trouble again. But the supramundane merits are not like this. Life after life you can continue further and further and further until you attain your final goal. For instance, this metta, you practice within this lifetime. Then you develop your kindness and honesty and sympathy and so many other good qualities. Then rebirth takes place in a very congenial place for you to lead a very respectable, noble life. Because of this, again you continue from that life onward. There is a continuity of this supramundane merit. When you are kind, it is not a worldly merit. Let us take another example. You want to give a dana. By offering this dana, you aspire to be born in a rich family or to go to heaven and enjoy your life. If not, to have a long life. Yes, you gain, but that is worldly merit. After gaining that, and no more. On the other hand, you give a dana. By offering this dana, you aspire in this way. I am doing this to reduce my selfishness, reduce my craving, reduce my anger or hatred. So by the virtues of this merit, may I get the chance to continue my noble way of life until I attain my nirvana. Then it will become supramundane state, higher. I remember Dr. Paul Dahlke, a German Buddhist. He has written a book, Buddhism and Science. He has given a very simple example how mind can change either this way or that way by doing the same thing. He says, when you want to keep some honey in a cup like this, you bring another source and pour water into this and keep. Why do you want to do that? To protect your honey. Otherwise, ants. Ants come and get into this and they die, and sometimes they spoil your honey. So the main idea is to protect your honey. Right. He says, the same thing you can divert to create a meritorious deed. How? The purpose of keeping this honey with the source with water, to protect those poor ants. Understand? Because of this, ants cannot go, drop into the sun, they never die. So I protect these ants. Then it will become a meritorious deed. Same action can turn either this way or that way. It depends how we think. That's why I told you, when you give dana, you think that you want to enjoy your life, go to heaven and this and that, but it will remain as a worldly merit. But when you think that you want to reduce your selfishness and craving and jealousy and so many things, and support this for you to attain your final salvation and nirvana, then it will become supramundane, higher merits. So I have completed all the 11 good results of metta. So I request you to practice this tonight when you go home. Whether you can sleep peacefully by radiating this metta in any language, either Chinese or English or Pali, without thinking anything else. Just go on, at least for 15 minutes. Then you can sleep very peacefully. Then tomorrow morning you can get up very peacefully. You try this and let me know next Friday. Okay. Two, one. Punyānumodana. Imina punya kammena upajjaya gunuttara acari upakaraca mata pita piyamamang suriyo candi maharaja gunavanta narapica Brahma Maharaja Indacha Lokapalacha Devata Yamo Mitta Manusacha Majjata Verikapicha Sabbe Satta Sukhi Hontu Punyani pakatani me sukhanjati vidang dentu khippang papeta omatang imina punya kammena imina uddisena ca khippahang sulabe ceva Tannupadana cedanam yesam tanehina dhamma yavanibhanato mamang nassantu sabbada eva yattha jato bhave bhave ujo citto satipanyo Sallekho viriyavamina Maralabhantu no kadang Katunca viriyesu me Buddha di pavaro nato Dhammo nato aruttamo Nato pacceka Sangho nato taro mamang te sottamanu bhavena labhantu mam. Here in these recitals you can find our transference of merits, radiations of loving kindness and sympathy, as well as meditation. Three things are there. If you recite this with confidence, so you can purify the atmosphere. All the other living beings, devas, or spirits,